You ever meet a guy and within 5 minutes, you just know he's different? You can't explain it. He's not flexing, he's not performing, he's not even trying to be interesting, but something about him just hits different. Women feel it instantly. His friends respect him. Strangers gravitate toward him. And here's the thing nobody tells you. It's not his looks, it's not his money, it's not his height. It's a set of things he quietly refuses to do. See, most guys are out here adding things. Better fits, better lines, better gym splits, thinking more is the answer. But the highest value men, they've removed things. They've cut out the behaviors that bleed their power without them even noticing it. And the second they stopped doing these things, something shifted. Women started treating them differently. Not because they changed who they are, because they stopped doing what was working against them. So in this video, I'm breaking down 7 things high-value men never do. And I'm going to be honest with you, at least 3 of these you're probably doing right now. Let's get into it. Number 1, they never make their mood dependent on her response. Here's what most guys do. She replies fast, good day. She takes 4 hours, anxiety. She sends a 1-word text, spiral. That right there is the leak. When your emotional state rises and falls based on what she does or doesn't do, you've just handed her the remote control to your entire inner world, and she can feel that. Women are incredibly intuitive about emotional energy. She might not be able to put it into words, but she feels when a man is calm, regardless of what she does, and she feels when a man is tense, waiting on her reaction. The first one feels safe. The second one feels like pressure. High-value men have a baseline, a calm, grounded baseline that doesn't move just because a girl went quiet for a few hours. Not because they're cold, not because they don't care, but because their inner state is self-generated, not other-dependent. Builds that baseline, it changes everything. Number 2, they never explain themselves when they don't owe an explanation. This one is subtle, but it's massive. You cancel plans, and instead of just saying, can't make it tonight, let's reschedule, you write a paragraph. You share an opinion, and before she can even respond, you're already adding, but I mean, that's just me, I could be wrong. You do something, and immediately you're defending it before anyone even questioned it. That habit, that's not politeness, that's insecurity leaking out. Every unnecessary explanation you give sends one message underneath it all. I need you to think well of me. And the moment she senses that need, the dynamic shifts. High-value men say things once, clean, direct, no apology attached to it. They don't monologue when a sentence does the job. Say it, mean it, stop there. Number 3, they never shrink themselves to make her feel comfortable. Pay attention to this one because it's sneaky. You're in a conversation and you have a real opinion, but you soften it because you don't want to seem aggressive. You achieve something and you downplay it because you don't want to seem like you're showing off. You hold eye contact and then look away first because holding it felt too intense. All of that is shrinking, and shrinking is the opposite of attractive. Here's the truth about women. They don't fall for the guy who makes himself smaller to fit the room. They fall for the guy who was so comfortable taking up space that the room adjusts to him. You can be humble and still own your accomplishments. You can be kind and still say what you actually think. You can be respectful and still hold eye contact without flinching. That combination, calm, grounded, unapologetically present, that's the energy women feel before you even open your mouth. Number 4, they never make her validation a measuring stick for their worth. Bro, this one is the root of so many problems. You send a text, and whether or not you feel good about yourself that day depends on if she liked it. You try something new, and your confidence in it depends on whether she noticed. Your whole self-image has a question mark sitting right in the middle of it, waiting for her to fill it in. That's not a relationship dynamic. That's a dependency, and dependencies kill attraction every single time. High-value men already know what they bring to the table. They've done the work. They know their own worth, not from arrogance, but from self-awareness. Her opinion is nice, but it's not necessary, and women feel that difference instantly. The man who doesn't need her to confirm his value, that man is dangerous in the best way, because now she's chasing the validation instead of him. Number 5. They never abandon their routine for a girl they're still getting to know. She texts, "What are you doing tonight?" And you immediately cancel your gym session, ditch your boys, reschedule your plans just to be available. You think that's romantic. She feels something different. She feels that your life doesn't have much pull, that your routine is less important than her text, that she can move you around just by showing up. And here's what that quietly communicates. You don't have a life she's being invited into. High-value men have a life that's already in motion. They train, they work, they build. They have commitments they keep, not because they're playing games, but because those commitments actually matter to them. When a woman has to work a little to get your time, she values it more, not because of strategy, but because valuable things don't rearrange themselves at the first sign of attention. Keep your routine, invite her into your world. Don't abandon your world just to enter hers. Number 6. They never react emotionally to tests. Every woman, consciously or not, will test you at some point. She'll say something slightly provocative to see how you respond. She'll go cold for a day just to watch if you panic. She'll push a little to see if you push back or fold. Most guys fail this immediately. They either get defensive and emotional, or they overcorrect and start trying too hard. Both are the wrong answer. High-value men see the test and stay flat. Not cold, not detached, just unshaken. A girl says something like, "I don't even know why I'm still talking to you." Most guys scramble. The high-value response, a calm smirk. I ask myself the same thing, yet here we are. That's it. No ego, no defensiveness, no need to win the moment. The man who doesn't get rattled by emotional bait is the man she trusts with her actual emotions. Because if you can't hold steady when she tests you, how is she supposed to believe you'll hold steady when things actually get hard? And this one is most guys completely overlook. They never make attraction the goal. Stay with me on this one because this one sounds backwards. Every other tip in this video is pointing to the same core truth, and this is it. High-value men aren't focused on making her attracted. They're focused on being the best version of themselves and letting attraction be a byproduct of that. When your primary goal in an interaction is to make her like you, she feels it. She feels the slight desperation underneath the jokes. She feels the performance behind the charm. She feels the seeking, and no amount of good lines or good looks covers that energy. But the man who walks into a room thinking, "This is who I am, take it or leave it," he doesn't have to try to be attractive. He just is, because he's not asking for her approval. He's offering his presence. And presence is the thing that every tip, every habit, every mindset shift in this video is actually building toward. Stop chasing attraction. Build yourself. Let the attraction follow. Look, one of these you might already have locked in. 2 or 3, you might be halfway there. But if you're honest with yourself, really honest, there are at least a couple on this list you recognize yourself in. That's not a weakness, that's awareness. And awareness is where the shift starts. The men who level up fastest aren't the ones who never had these habits. They're the ones who spotted them and quietly removed them one by one. Drop a comment and tell me, which one hit the hardest? I'm genuinely curious because the answer is different for every guy watching this. And if you want to see what it actually looks like to put this into action, to approach her, to read her signals, to have conversations that actually go somewhere, I've got another video that breaks all of that down, practically, step by step. Watch that one next. You're not going to want to skip it.